basically saying is this. We are much aware about the fact that fighting the galamsey menace is something we intend to deal with it heads on. I am not here to prophesy, MPP, this is what you did, and for that matter, I'm not here to do that.
Right.
Because as a matter of fact, galamsey will be one of the deciding factors as far as the 2028 election is concerned. And I don't miss words with it at all. Galamsey will be one of the deciding factors relative to the 2028 election. So I will not sit down here and kid myself and assume a certain poster like was done during the era of the MPP and so galamsey is nothing and what have you. Like what happened during the MPP time where you have someone like Salah Mustafa. When people were demonstrating against galamsey, he said they should rather go to the bush and go and demonstrate. Anytime I hear any member of the NDC make such comments, that particular individual, if he's a government appointee, must be dealt with heads on. Because what it simply means is this. You are basically, through your pronouncement, is trying to tell us that these things are normal, and for that matter, we should tolerate it. Yesterday, I saw, what do you call it? It's fixed country. They held a vigil, right? Relative to their condemnation, relative to the current state of some of our water bodies, which I agree with them. I mean, it's within their right, all of us. We are safer if our water bodies are clean. And I have maintained this thing. You see, pollution, they say, is localized. But the effect of that pollution is global. That is the reason why myself and you, we are probably not living in the galamsey areas. But the remnant or the impact of the galamsey activity affect those of us who are even living in Accra.
Indeed.
Is that not it?
Yeah.
There are people who have been given birth to with defects because of the presence of mercury and lead and what have you.
A recent report says toxic levels of lead found in fish, vegetables across Ghana's mining areas.
Absolutely.
So now our fish
are
vegetables.
Exactly. So I will not sit down here and make look like these galamsey issues is the usual issues. And I have so much confidence in His Excellency President Mahama and the Sector Minister, Honorable Kofi Amabua, relative to how we intend to fight against galamsey. I've listened to my boss, the CEO of the Gold Board, Lawyer Sami Jemfi, and how passionate he is when it comes to fighting against galamsey. And in fact, I think there was a point in time, Lawyer Sami Jemfi met even the National Communication Team. And this is what he told us. He said, any of you dare get yourself involved in any activity relative to galamsey, I personally will make sure you are dealt with according to the law. So you see, such admonishment to the National Communication Team of the NDC by the Lawyer Sami Jemfi, to all of us, that those of you coming from the galamsey enclave who are contemplating or thinking of engaging yourself in galamsey activity, I personally will make sure you are being dealt with according to the dictates of the law. And this kind of pronouncement coming from leadership tells you that President Mahama is not ready to countenance any galamsey activity coming from any of his appointees or any executive member of the NDC.
Very well. Let me take a message. The show is interactive. You can also join us via our WhatsApp number. Send your messages in. We'll do our best to read them. This one says, in as much as we all acknowledge the crucial role Dr. Nkrumah played in gaining the independence for the country, we're also concerned about how he used our limited nation's resource to help his friends in other countries. If Ghana's population could reverse to about 6 million today, things could have also been better than it is now. This is from Sir Joe Baba from Bolgatanga. Keep your messages coming in. Let us know what your thoughts, your comments and contributions are. But let's move to a matter of the judiciary, and in reference to the removal of the Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokonu. She's in court challenging her removal as a Supreme Court judge. She contends that the process for removing a judge of the Superior Court of Ghana was sidestepped, although she's going through the process for the removal of a Chief Justice of Ghana. Now, the suggestion, if you like, that has come from one of our legal luminaries, if I can call him that, a former director of the Ghana School of Law, Ansar Sari, is that government could retire her as a Supreme Court judge so that at least she can get her entitlements for being a Supreme Court judge. I don't know what your thoughts are on this.
So, Nana, I agree with Asasari on this matter. You're aware that there are administrative roles. There's nowhere in this country where you can become a Chief Justice without being a lawyer.
True.
And so if you have removed her as the Chief Justice, she still remains on the Supreme Court. And you must be able to find a very matured way of ensuring that the dichotomy is clear. If you're able to do that, then you can even, for fairness of the democracy and the health of the judiciary, you can even decide to let her remain on the Supreme Court. You can let her be part of it. Then we can see the maturity of the judiciary system. Because you have administratively removed her, you don't want her to be your number 3 in terms of number 1 at the judiciary. But she's risen through the ranks. She's worked. So she can still sit as part of the numbers on any matter. But if you want to also retire her, you must retire her honorably. But to do both is almost injustice to the process and the career path. We are aware that there are certain positions in this country that ideally should not be politicized.
True.
But we're also aware that the presidency and the president wills a lot of constitutional powers to appoint. And so the president would appoint the chief of staff, he would appoint the IGP, he would appoint the comptroller general, he would appoint, and on and on and on and on. The police, the immigration, the prisons, the fire service, the president would appoint all of that.
Yeah.
It is in that light that often these positions are given to people that are almost at their retiring age. Because when a government comes, like what has happened now, the former IGP, Dampare, hasn't reached the age of retirement. But because the government has removed him, he's also retired, or almost automatically.
Right.
But his service is needed for this country. And I don't know how much and how well President John Dramani Mahama is relying on the former IGP, Dampare, in ensuring that the peace and serenity that we have internally is needed and done well. And I don't even know how much the current IGP, Yohonu, you remember he was almost like a deputy IG.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much he's also relying on his former boss, Dampare, in dealing with a lot of the issues that we have in Ghana now. And so we must make a conscious effort as a people that we decide not to overly politicize certain roles and professions, because we do that at our own detriment, which is why Ansari is suggesting that removing the Chief Justice through the processes you've done well, or you followed the law, but removing her from as one of the judges of the Superior Court is what you must make sure that you go through the due processes and make her retire so she can have all her emoluments. I mean, if she's been a lawyer for 20 years, 30 years, you don't want her hard-earned work and reputation to go down the drain because you are aware that they return on their salary. So if you don't go through the processes, how are you going to ensure that you pay her on a regular basis till her maker calls her? So, I mean, I think that those processes must be followed. And I hope that the NDC government led by John Dramani Mahama would akin to it.
The 146, Article 146, the legal framework prescribes the process for the removal of a Chief Justice for stated misbehavior or misconduct, or even like incompetence as well. But then the argument here is that the automaticity of the law does not come to play in this instance because it does not strip her of her administrative role as a judge of the Supreme Court.
Well, first of all, I mean, this is the first time I'm actually commenting on this issue. The fact of the matter is this. I know the former Chief Justice is currently in the High Court. As usual, I mean, when the issue started, she has had the opportunity to address her grievances or, I mean, to appear before court to seek for redress. And consistently, judgment has come, unfortunately not in her favor. And this time again, too, she's going to court to ensure that the fact that she's been removed as Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana does not amount to her being removed from being part of the Supreme Court. The matter is currently in court. I mean, I believe there will be a decision will be made in respect to that. Like I said, President Mahama is one person who respects our Constitution, and whatever the pronouncement of the court is, President Mahama have no option than to respect it. It's part of testing our judicial, processes. I mean, obviously, once decision is made, I've heard the NPP national organizer, Nana B, said he is actually, they're going to test the law relative to whether the Chief Justice, after her removal as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, whether she can still continue as the Justice of the Supreme Court. But I just want to ask this question. But I always say that sometimes common sense certainly must give way. Sometimes common sense supersedes law. The simplest question is that I'm talking about the Justice of the Supreme Court.
Right.
I mean, depending on how the seniority of whoever is, once in a while have the opportunity to play a role as the acting Chief Justice. Are we also saying that we are being told? I mean, I remember during the case of Appenyo Mankins versus the Speaker, the former Chief Justice have this thing to say. I mean, she was talking about the fact that what happened relative to the Speaker versus Appenyo Mankins. Talk about the fact there was violation of our Constitution. And so if you have a Chief Justice who, per the committee findings, that what she did amount to an something that was unconstitutional, what they call misbehavior, stated misbehavior. Yeah. And that was the basis upon which she was removed. Are we saying that this stated misbehavior that was attributed to the Chief Justice, on which the committee found it culpable, found it grounded enough to recommend for her removal, the same attitude, right, is acceptable when you are Justice of the Supreme Court? Is that what we are saying? I just want to make it simple for any ordinary Ghanaian watching me this month to appreciate. It's just like saying that, okay, somebody has stolen, right? And on the basis of the fact that the person has stolen, or the person is engaged in some sort of thievery, the person is not qualified to be the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. But the same stealing, right, can be allowed for the person to sit on the bench. Okay,
but the committee that found the person engaging, if you like, this thievery that removes the person as the CJ, the committee to look into the person as a judge may not find the person culpable. And that's what she's saying, that you subjected me to the process to remove me as a CJ. That committee found me guilty of stated misbehavior, recommended my removal as CJ. Subject me to a different process under 146.
So hold on, let me ask the question. When she subject to a different process, and that process, right, find her not guilty, what happens?
Then that's where we're testing the law.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, that I don't have a problem. That's what I'm saying.
That's where we're testing the law.
So that's what I'm saying, that I don't have a problem. You know, I mean,
because mind you, she believes she was not fairly treated by this committee.
Oh, come on. I mean, you see, I've always said instances. What you hear people basically who are speaking and defending the former Chief Justice do, basically is engage in what I call emotional arguments. If you ask them specific questions, point wise, which aspects of the Constitution Article 146, right, that was not adhered to or that was breached, they can't tell you. They can't. Okay, what did President Mahama do? That is wrong. That listen, a petition has been sent to the president, right? Per the creation of the Constitution, the president is supposed to send a said petition to what we call it, the Council of State. Is that not it?
Yeah.
Well, the Council of State are supposed to determine that indeed whether there's a merit in the said petition. Is that not it? When there's a merit in the said petition, they refer it back to the president. Once they said there's a merit, it's binding to the president. Is that not it?
True.
You know that?
Yeah.
Once the Council of State says, President Mahama, we have gone through the petition. We have been able to establish that indeed there's a validity in the said petition. The President Mahama is binded by it. He has to act upon it. Then the Constitution allowed the President Mahama to establish a committee. Is that not it? Did he not establish a committee?
He did.
And the committee establishment was also a creation of the Constitution. Is that not it? And the committee sat down. Unlike Saloto said, see, if today, ask Dog is here. Ask Dog. Who were the petitioners in Charlotte Osei case? Dog cannot tell you. I'm telling you, Dog is here. Ask Dog. Who were the petitioners when it comes to Charlotte Osei? Dog is here. Let Dog tell me. Dog cannot tell you.
But you know the petitioners in the CJ matter.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
We haven't had the opportunity to read the details of the said petition. If you see, to the extent that when it comes to Charlotte Osei, the anonymous petitioners, right? When some of them even refused to sign the petition, they were even invited to the president to come and sign the said petition. So you see, I keep on telling them that, listen, President Mahama is not somebody who is in business to be more or less like persecute people. He said, listen, a petition has been made relative to the Chief Justice. People believe that the Chief Justice, former Chief Justice, has misconducted herself. They wrote a petition to the president. The president said, listen, I mean, mind you, the president is surrounded by legal luminary, the former Attorney General, who is currently the legal advisor to the President of the Republic of Ghana, said, President Mahama, okay, this is the petition. We'll send it to the Council of State. They said, okay, fine, there's a merit in the said petition. They said, okay, fine, it means the President Mahama must set up a committee. He has set up a committee. The committee, I mean, used a lot of weeks, months to work. The Chief Justice was served with, a copy of the petition. She responded to it, leaked, some of the response to the media. We have all had the opportunity to glance through it. But the fact of the matter, when he asked my colleagues from the MPP, and those who are strongly defending the former chief, point to us any aspect of the Constitution that was breached by President Mahama, they can't point it out to you. All what they are saying is there are moral issues, there are these issues, there are moral issues.
They will say there's the spirit.
The spirit.
And then there's
and
the
what
letter
does the spirit say?
of the law.
And what does the letter say? Oh, I wish.
So
I wish.
they married the law to morals.
You see, sometimes I ask myself, wow. So my colleagues from the NPP knew of all this. And yet, the very person who petitioned against the rumor of, we don't know the person to date.
Very well.
To the extent that people who have sent petition, you know when you send a petition and you refuse to sign it, it renders it invalid. Yet the president, because of their desperation to remove Charlotte Osei, they invited a set anonymous petition to come and sign it. And today, our friends from the MPP cannot even appreciate the fact that President Mahama subject this process through every stage as far as dictated by the Constitution. So for me, I am happy that the former Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana is once again have come to the court to test the law. In fact, it helps, I mean, legal students, all of us to appreciate that indeed once upon a time, a Chief Justice was removed. And that Chief Justice was removed. She went to court to make a strong case whether indeed being removed as a Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana automatically as this. Once the law, when the case is decided, it will become one of the cases that we have to rely on going forward. If you call for an amendment of our Constitution, why not? We should go ahead and do it.
Very well.
But the Chief Justice, obviously should go to court.
Very
well.
I need to take a break here. I've seen your messages. Keep them coming in. I'll go for a quick break. When I come back, I read your messages and then we continue the conversation. Stay with us. This is Breakfast Daily here on ChannelOne TV.
Almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the pure cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Senya, God, the apple boom. If you're poor, what's that? So would the coming of the Son of Man be. Hey! Is that his car?
Everywhere, like it's everywhere.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket, enter your lucky number, follow the prompts, and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Life can get hectic, and sometimes we forget to prioritize our well-being. That's where Vernal Mineral Water steps in. A refreshing solution packed with essential minerals, Vernal Mineral Water keeps you hydrated and balanced. Whether you're at home or work, Vernal Mineral Water is there to keep you going. Don't let a busy schedule hinder your health. Make Vernal Mineral Water a part of your daily routine. Share the love with Vernal Mineral Water, the choice for a healthy, vibrant you.
This advert is FDA approved.
Freshness redefined with Franco refrigerators. Imagine a refrigerator that keeps your food fresher and longer. Enjoy advanced features like the multi-air flow technology for optimal cooling, the smart humidity control for moisture levels, the fast freeze function for rapid cooling, and the energy efficient control for reduced power consumption. We have the double-decker freezers in different types. We also have the chest freezers in different types. We have the tabletop freezers. Get yourself a refrigerator from Franco and you will never regret. For online purchasing, just visit our website at www.francotrading.com. Call the numbers on the screen for bulk purchasing and any assistance. Franco Refrigerators, freshness redefined.
Hey, the stage is set. Ghana, are you ready? From the 23rd to 28th September, the National Theatre comes alive again with the Ghana Theatre Festival 2025 under the theme showcasing the rich diversity of Ghanaian culture through the performing art. Kicking off in grand style on Tuesday, September 23rd is an opening ceremony. The week-long festival will feature performances from the resident companies of the National Theatre, School of Performing Art, University of Ghana, and various senior high schools. Be part of a symposium to discuss the impact of taxation on the fortunes of the arts industry. Let us enjoy the captivating Genial People by Efo Kojo Maugbe. And oh yes, the hilarious Run for Your Wife by Image Bureau and April Communications on Saturday and Sunday respectively. There will be loads of networking opportunities, 6 days of drama, dance, music, masterclasses, and many more. Dial *714*39# to purchase tickets for selected performances or visit www.nationaltheatre.gov.gh. You can also call 050-147-6357 or 0244-830-963 for further inquiries. Ghana Theatre Festival, a celebration of heritage.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late? Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the pure she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're lucky, everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial *712#. Choose your ticket, enter your lucky number, follow the prompts, and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
You're welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel One Television. We're having the news review segment. I'll go through a few of your messages and then we can continue the conversations. Mahama indeed failed us since he did not solve galamsey within the shortest possible time as they promised, but rather is worse. And the NDC member on the show, what's this? Okay, I'm not clear what exactly it is you're trying to say. Maybe you can resend your message. Rex from Ashoman says, it baffles me the logic of the NPP and the sacked CJ that she has the right by law to still be on the bench. When Loretta Lamte was removed as the Shraj commissioner, was she entitled to remain with Shraj and receive her retirement benefits? Is it not the same Article 146 in play? When it is against them, they cry like babies and try by all means to circumvent the law. But when it is against their opponents, they laugh and even taunt. The law is still the law. Good morning, Nana, and everyone there in the studio. Nana, I am sad this morning listening to Delali. I mean, is he still in a campaign mode? Someone tell the young man they are in government, and if they must deal with galamsey, they should start with their own campaign messages. Thus, and he continues to list: 1. Repeal of the LI 2462. 2. Declare a state of emergency. 3. Arresting galamsey kingpins. Those things, at least, they made noise about. What is stopping them? Has he heard of our wings sitting MP galamsey tax? What has the NDC government done about it? They should spare us with their unfounded stories from one of their many tongues and work for the good of Ghana. Obiba from Cape Coast sent that one in. Hi, my name is Sir Bio from Odumase Krobo. There's no way President Mahama can fight galamsey. It is getting out of hand. No safe and potable water in Central Region, no jobs for the youth, and high rate of indiscipline in senior schools, or senior high schools, you say. Good morning. My name is Felix Asante from Kede. Tell the NDC communicator that we are tired of the rhetoric on the fights against galamsey. They told us they can stop galamsey in 2 weeks. What has changed? This one says, the president and his cohort in opposition stated categorically that when he comes to power, he will remove the CJ. Hey, I'm not sure about this. Why are we wasting our time discussing a matter that has been carefully crafted like the murder of... Okay. All right. Thank you for your messages. Keep them coming in. We'll do our best to read them. But let's move to quite a worrying issue, and I'm sure, Doc, you'll be much interested in this matter. The issue in Kukurantumi, the youth burning the police station, vandalizing police property, vehicles and all. I mean, it's on the back of a suspect who was in custody passing away. And this, so there's the issue of suspects dying in police custody. Then there's the issue of violence from youth who protest such deaths and want to take the law into their own hands. How do we tackle this issue? Currently, as we speak, the police have closed down the station and withdrawn their men. This could lead to a lot of insecurity in the area. So how do we deal with these issues and not, if like, escalate it further?
Nana, I keep telling you that we are in a very serious state as a country. Ibuakan constituency is my constituency.
Okay.
And I dare say that the stories that I have received from the constituents does not marry with the stories that have been made public.
Really?
Yes. Let me send my immediate condolences to Bright Kenna, who lost his life. I know Bright Kenna very well.
Oh, you do?
I do. It's my constituency. And he's died at the mercy of a mishandling of security personnel. He's died leaving 2 children. One is 3 years old, one is 1 year, 5 months old. And I keep drumming the conversation that we are not in a good state as a country. These are the news that I have received from the grounds. That the police had a raid. And you know, my constituency has different types of young people who push different kinds of things in terms of substance. And I received news from the grounds, if it is true, that the police had a raid. And in that raid, picked up Bright Kenna and beat him beat him to the extent that when they got to the Kukurantumi police station, one police person kicked him and he fell down and used his head to hit the floor. One news. The second news I have heard is that someone stole a television and went to sell it to Bright Kena. And the police went to his home wanting to pick him up. And there were exchanges. Now, you see, when I sleep, I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep because I keep telling you, and on this platform, that I can't understand why John Dramani Mahama has not appointed a Minister for Defense designate. It's troubling. You know, if you look at Kukurantumi very well, we have a 1st Infantry Battalion. That is about 40 people, not too far away, that were not deployed at the scene when these issues were happening. There is also a Southern Command that is about 35.2 kilometers away from Kukurantumi that were not deployed. If you look at these alarming issues that are happening now in this country, I know the police is going to investigate this matter, but I would want to ask very clearly that the police is fair in their investigations, because the news on the ground does not reflect what has been made public. And we cannot live in a country where truth is not said as it is. Someone is protecting someone for unlawfully killing an individual. I mean, yes, nobody says that it is lawful to be pushing we. But, Nana, we is 5 Ghana cedis. That's the price of we. It's 5 Ghana cedis.
Doc, you know the price of we?
Of course I do. Of course. Yes, it's 5 Ghana cedis. I know the price of we. I know all the bad things that happen in this country.
Dog is a security expert.
Indeed. You see, I know the price of we. It's a grass. I'm glad that by November, the narcotics have reliably informed me that they are going to legalize it so that people can start planting weed and sell it to pharmaceuticals.
Right.
So you can get a license for that.
Yeah.
But to have someone die over a 5 Ghana cedis grass, where are we getting to? I've been on this platform several times, and I'm grateful to your network for the opportunity you always give to me Monday morning, immediately after my Sunday worship. And I have stated considerably that from the 15th of January, right up to yesterday, there's been pockets of clashes everywhere. Do you know that these pockets of clashes will not end because the solutions have not been meted out? And I'll state it again. 15th to the 16th of January, in Kwanta South in Oti region, there was a chieftaincy dispute, a gunfire and arson. 3 people died. On the 28th of February, there was another chieftaincy and communal attack, and victims were burned. 3 people died. That was in Nanik in Northeast. On the 9th of April, in Upper East region, Boku, there was a market dispute, police barracks attack, 1 person died. On the 22nd of April, Domiabra, there was a land demarcation issue, and there were 6 people that were injured. Between the 25th of June to the 28th of June, in Kwanta South in Oti region, there were renewed clashes. Remember, on the 15th of January to the 16th of January. So there were renewed clashes. Okay.
Schools were shut down.
Yes, that one, more than 3 people died. On the 24th of August, the Bangiri dispute, 34 people died. 48,000 of them are displaced. And on the 27th of August, some people were arrested in Daboya. They had missiles they have rifles, they had guns. The police took their arms from them and they released them back into the community. 12 of them. On the 26th of August, Homowo clashes. You remember?
Yeah.
2 people died, including the son of a king. On the 30th of August, Soutrum, just around the corner, there was a rival chieftaincy issues. 3 people died. On the 10th of September, in Sampa, in Bono, people died. Kofrodia, Tamale, technical. Some people died. And just yesterday, in Kukurantumi, where next? Where next? Where next? We are not safe in this country. And the more I receive intelligence from the east of this country, the west of this country, the south and the north of this country, I don't think that the president is in charge. He's almost losing grip of the security situation in the country. He must immediately appoint a minister for defense, designate, call parliament appointment committee to vet that person so that the security can be in place well. The police seems overwhelmed with the situations that are happening. I have heard reliably from my constituency, and this is what they have told me, that there are new changes in the command of the police in the region and in the constituency. The current commander was in Volta region. He lasted for 1 week. The taxi drivers in my constituency called me and they told me that they wanted to do a demonstration because when they are driving and they are picking passengers in the constituency, the police are arresting them for parking at wrong places. My constituency is a village. It's a village. It's a proper village. So I get scared. It's about 90 minutes from Accra. Tafo, Kukurantumi, I get very scared. That's where the municipal is.
Right.
The taxi drivers went and saw the MCE, Jose, and told him that they are going to do a demonstration. Jose had to plead and say that please exercise patience. He's going to talk to the command. So really, what is happening in this country? The center cannot hold. Accra is not safe. Kofrodia is not safe. Tafo is not safe. Northern region is not safe. Volta region is not safe. Western region is not safe. Central region is not safe. Oti region is not safe. Bono is not safe. Bono East is not safe. Everywhere is not safe. Why?
Very well.
This is not something that the government inherited. This is a creation of the government. The national security must be up and doing. The Bureau of National Investigation must be up and doing. Where is the level of intelligence that they are not able to gather? And so I want the police to investigate this matter dispassionately. I want the police to be truthful with the facts and not skew the facts because people are on the ground and they will talk. We don't want any renewed clashes amongst all of these. So far, I've counted 55 people that have died.
But probably, will you agree that this is within the remit of the Interior Minister and not necessarily the Defense Minister?
It is everyone because you see, I stated that when the young people rose up and they were burning the police station, there is an infantry command which is that 30 kilometers away. Why didn't the military deploy people? Because when it gets to a state where the police are overwhelmed, they need reinforcement.
But the police could have called for that reinforcement.
But did that happen?
Yeah, they should have called for.
No, but did that
because
happen?
You see, if we begin to deploy the military into every issue,
you see, Nana, we have to understand the demography of the young people in this country. People are struggling. To say the truth, people are struggling on a day-to-day basis. People struggle to put bread on their table, so people are struggling. Why will it? When I was growing up, I never saw young people have that boldness to want to even burn a police station. Do you know the result of the closure of the Kukurantumi police station? Do you know the antecedent effect of that? Bright Kenna is dead. B-boy is dead, with 2 children surviving. Do you know what's going to happen this morning when the people are waking up? So all those stories, the medical doctor arrived and realized that the guy had been beaten to death. Really beaten to death. Is that how to handle issues?
Well, let me hear from Delal. Do you think there's a growing state of insecurity in the country?
First and foremost, I appreciate Doc giving us a pictorial of insecurity situation in the country. I mean, it's something we accept in good faith as a government, and we'll definitely work towards it. One of the things I always say that I had the opportunity to read about a young guy called Elian Gonzalez, about a story that happened in 2000, which even created an international sort of a rift between the U.S. and Cuba. What the moral of that story tells me that every life matters. That was a 5-year-old boy.
Yeah.
2 countries were basically fighting over the custody of their child because they believe that every single life matters. So for me, I will not sit down here and make it look like a life that was lost is not a precious life. It's really a precious life because like Doc said, this is somebody who is a breadwinner to his family. Have 2 kids and a wife. And for what Doc is said, allegedly, that indeed he was beaten and he was, I mean, that is what resulted to, he died. It's something that is unacceptable. And I believe that I've read a statement from the Ghana Police Service. I mean, commissioning an investigation into that to unravel what the rationale and what actually went into the eventual demise of the late Kenna, as Doc referred to. I think one of the things I want to say is that the Ghana Police Service must come to appreciate one thing. You see, the current dispensation, gone are the days when police arrest somebody and probably you engage the person, maybe whatever you do to the person, people might not be aware of it. They will only just have to call for a docket from Accra before they peruse through the docket, and they will solely rely on the docket to know what actually has happened. But today, whatever that is happening, because of the advent of social media, because within a second, people are holding their phone, they take videos, they take pictures, and now information travel far.
Yeah.
Like my late dad once told me, he said, listen, when I was a police officer in Wa, even when my mother died, it took almost about 2 weeks, right, for a letter to get to me that my dad has passed on. But today, even in the course of the act, the information is being transmitted.
True.
So the police must know that gone are the days that the source of information is solely based on what their representative or somebody is reporting to them from their police office in that particular jurisdiction. This time around, the individuals themselves, the people themselves have a way of transmitting an information. That is why people continue to talk about the fact that the police must move from a certain mindset, becoming more confrontational, than finding a way to deal with certain issues. Because, see, I mean, this is a guy we are told that per the video that I watched, take it or leave it, regardless of whatever business activity he was engaged in. He's very influential among his peers, very influential within the town. So even in dealing with such a person, there are ways to handle the issues.
True.
So that it doesn't escalate to the level that we are witnessing. Right? It's very, very important. Because once you are handling issues of such person, he may not be one of those people you think that they have economic minds or a certain social class within the society. But they have a certain level of influence among the people. And once they have a certain level of influence among the people, you must be mindful the way you handle issues surrounding them.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because you see, I mean, killing somebody's husband, somebody's son, somebody's uncle is completely unacceptable. But like I said, I've read a statement that the police are bent and committed to unravel the rationale or the reason or what actually culminated to the eventual demise of the guy in question. But you see, I like the fact, the passion at which, I mean, Doug was, highlighting, all the events of insecurity in the country. I appreciate that. And like I told him, we have accepted it in good faith. Like I always say, the difference between this regime and what the else was is the posture.
Yeah.
Because you see, I will be so shocked and I'll be so scandalized to find any member of the NDs being a communicator point or what have you not, right? Make less of what has happened in Kukurantumi. Like we witnessed when people were killed in Techiman South. And President Anado in his State of the Nation, few people. You understand? And that for me was the heart of insensitivity. And if I have NDC community, any member of the NDC, try to downplay this insecurity that Doc have highlighted, I would be so upset. And it's incumbent on us as government, the national security outfit, the Minister for Interior, like you alluded to, even the security architecture of this country, to be more proactive in dealing with the issues. I mean, and that is what I want to see, that yes, the situation have arisen. We must deal with it heads on. I am not interested in apportioning blame here and there, because any scuffle or any violence that takes life, right, it's something that is what worrying about. Because like I said, I mean, some of the things that happen for an individual to lose their lives.
Yeah.
I mean, these individuals obviously could become the biggest inventors or more or less the biggest, solution to some of the problems that we are being confronted. So I have read the statement coming from the Ghana Police Service.
And you have confidence?
I am confident because obviously we must get to the root of it.
Very well.
If indeed some of the police officers are culpable, are complicit, that leads to the eventual demise of this innocent Ghanaian or this young Ghanaian. Obviously, they have to be dealt with according to the dictates of the law. I mean, we will not sweep it under the carpet and assume that one life means nothing. We will not do that. And I believe that the presidency and the government will ensure that the right thing is done. And I believe that the IGP must ensure that indeed, whatever that have triggered that, the culprits, or if indeed the person was beaten to pulp, was beaten to the extent that out of the beating that resulted to the eventual demise of the person, the individuals or the police officer must be dealt with. I've heard an instances in one of the commentary, I heard one of the guys making a statement to the effect that the guy was not really well, and for that matter, beating the guy has actually worsened the situation. Even assuming the guy is not even doing well, the guy is not healthy, or the guy is sick.
The beating triggered
the beating obviously triggers it. And that's why I'm saying that we must deal with people if indeed the police officers are complicit in this eventual death of this particular individual. And I will say this. Any issues about insecurity anywhere in the country, it's of paramount concern to this government. And I believe the Interior Minister must take it up to ensure that we must become more proactive to avert some of the issues that we are currently witnessing than to allow it to happen and become more reactionary. Because I believe that in the security architecture, being more proactive deals with the issues rather than it's happening. Because once it happens, you cannot quantify the loss as a result of that violence and what have you. But I want to tell Doc one thing. You see,
Dog is all ears.
No, you see, sometimes when I listen to Doc, I ask myself, was it the same Doc that I remember being on several platforms with him? Doc posture at that time, the way Doc was speaking, I mean, how Doc was more or less like defending the indefensible, how Doc sometimes tried to create an impression that, oh, this thing is nothing and what have you. And like I said, the president himself, statement President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo made, when there are pockets of violence, when even lives were lost, right? It's not something we want to even make reference. Look at what happened at Blikmanov.
You know.
Hold on, Doc. Relax.
You have handled the issue well.
Don't
spoil it with this politicization.
No, I'm not politicizing. Let me finish. What I'm just trying to tell Ghanaians watching me this morning, that certainly things are not as better as we want it to be. But they must also appreciate our posture in dealing with the issues.
Very well.
It's one of the reasons why Doc will tell you that, listen, the way I've dealt with the issue, he doesn't want me to politicize. I mean, look at what happened in Blikmanov. What happened to the culprits? Were they not subjected to the legal processes? Can the same thing be said about police? Yes, no, but you see, even our own colleagues.
Thank you.
So at the end of the day, I mean, President Mahama will not countenance impunity, will not tolerate an act of indiscipline, whether coming from his own appointees. He will not tolerate any excesses coming from the security services. Any member of the security services caught in this act must be dealt with.
We'll have to leave it here briefly in a few seconds.
You see, the reason why I get threatened about the state of insecurity is that we have friends who gather intelligence across the country and even the world. People keep sending me messages. Doc, what's happening in your country? What's happening in your country? What's happening in your country? And so it's important that as a matter of urgency, the government of the day addresses such issues. But let me bring greetings to the Kukurantumi chief, or King, who is a member of the Council of State. Okay. And also bring greetings to the Tafo Hene, who is Dasebre Duse Piasan and Nadepa, Gilbert and Frank, who are watching us this morning.
Very well. Final message. Please removing the CG and the CJ and SG is from the Constitution. We are connected this morning.
Yes, very much.
Please, removing the CJ and SJ is from the Constitution. We are not against the removal, but let's refer to the issue of AG and Frank Ejay Chum. This one says, good morning. Good delivery by my boss, Mr. Dela, just giving us the facts. Your name is Samuel Heyman. All right, thank you so much, gentlemen. Delali Sawakwa is a member of the NDC's National Communications team. Dr. Palgrave Boache Dankwa is a member of the New Patriotic Party, NPP. I am Nanatufo Boate. Many thanks for your time. Don't go away. The show continues after this.